Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, the current air temperature outside is a kind of steamy 75. The dew points are at 58. We'll probably get up to about 78 degrees. Held down a little bit today by the cloud cover that's out there. We have a little extra cloud cover ongoing. Southeast wind coming in at about 13 continues to bring the moisture up. That southeast wind has been kind of consistent throughout the day, east, southeast, southeast. And that's true really aloft as well. That's really going to moisten the bottom layer of the atmosphere pretty well, what we call the boundary layer. It bounds the earth, you know, and that's going to give us kind of a humid feel over the next 24 hours. It's going to give us kind of a rainy feel, too, in conjunction with a couple other things going on in the atmosphere. 77 degrees in Wauchula, Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Northport, close to the coast, 76 in Inglewood and Venice, and 72 degrees at Longboat Key. So across the area right now, this general southeasterly wind flow continues. It'll probably become a little more southwesterly as we head into the next 12 hours or so. Marine spotters have indicated that there are a couple of places where the red tide toxins in the air are creating some little bit of respiratory distress, moderate at Coquina Beach, and then at several other locations, slight. These, as I mentioned, shift from time to time, so you're always advised to get the latest results from visitbeaches.org rather. A lot of cloud cover across the state right now. All this cloud cover caused by a low pressure area developing back to the west. That is going to kind of take an unusual path, actually. The upper level low spinning right around here, surface reflection a little bit lower to the south. Instead of lifting off to the north and to the east, as we usually see these systems do, this one, because of a high pressure ridge located to the north, is going to dive southward toward the state of Florida. And it's going to bring all of this moisture with it. We've got good lift in the atmosphere. We have a developing low pressure area with kind of a frontal boundary developing along it. And we have plenty of moisture to work with, as well as some warm temperatures. So you combine all those things together, and that low is going to produce a fair amount of rainfall across the region. We've been talking about this for a couple days now, how sure we were about whether it would head south or lift north, exactly where the heaviest rains would be. I still think the heaviest of the rains will probably be in the southern tip of the state and over on the other coast. That said, we could get some pretty heavy rainfall around here as well, especially in isolated pockets, especially close to the coastline. We could get perhaps some 2-inch plus rainfalls tomorrow morning as this system gradually inches closer. So we look for increasing cloud cover through the afternoon into the evening. You'll notice those cloud bases kind of lowering as we head into the evening and overnight hours. Higher humidity around as we are in the warm kind of sector from this low pressure area would develop that southeasterly wind flow. And then rain tomorrow, maybe a few scattered showers overnight, but I think by drive time tomorrow morning through around mid-afternoon into the second half of the afternoon, good chances of seeing some fairly heavy rainfall. That area of low pressure dives south. There's the low pressure area right back there, but it really slings a lot of moisture across the region. And as I mentioned, total accumulations could be impressive. You could see some standing water on roadways. You could see some hydroplaning issues if you're not careful. Now, I don't think we're going to see any severe weather with this. The atmosphere is not really shaped up for that. But we certainly could see some pretty heavy accumulations, especially along the other coast as well, as they'll develop this kind of onshore flow that'll be consistent. Plus, it's going to take a little while for that whole low pressure area to exit. Rainfall futurecast shows some isolated areas in our neck of the woods where we could possibly exceed 2-inch rainfalls, 2.5 inch. Maybe, who knows, bordering on the 3-inch amounts in some isolated pockets. And that's been fairly consistent with some of these models for about the last 16 hours, 18 hours. So today, southeast wind coming in at about 10 knots. Not a bad day for boating. A little extra cloud cover out there, though, but the winds will be fairly light. And then tomorrow, at least an 80% chance of showers starting in the morning, going through the afternoon. Maybe a few lingering late at night Wednesday into Thursday, clearing Thursday morning, and the rest of the week looks dry.